I was born in Roraima, Mandela on July 18, 1980, in the twin village of Misevo, South Africa. My father, who was designated to be a chief, survived as a consular to tribal chiefs for the several years, but lost both his little and fortune over a dispute with the local colony magistrate. I was only a child at the time, and my family moved to Kinu, and even a small village from a royal family member to a poor Kurd. At the suggestion of one of my father's friends, I was baptized. I became the first in the family to attend school, as was custom at the time of the British education system in the South Africa. My teacher told me that my new first name would be Nelson.
When I was 9 years old, my father died of lung disease, causing a dramatic change in my life. I was adopted by Chief Jogintaba Dalindaibo and moved to Chief's royal residence. I took classes in a school next to the palace, studying English, history, and geography. I learned that while black men shared their land, air, and water with white men took these things for themselves. From the time I came under the guardianship of Regent Jogintaba, I was groomed to assume high office not as a chief, but a counselor to one.
In 1939, I enrolled at the University College of Ferrara, but I was expelled. When I returned home, the regent was furious. A few weeks after return home, Regent Jongintaba announced that he had arranged a marriage for his adopted son. Shocked by the news, I ran away from home. I moved to another place, where I enrolled at the university to study law. Soon I became actively involved in anti-apartheid movement, joining the African National Congress in 1942. For 20 years, I directed peaceful, non-violent acts of defense against of the South Africa government and its racist policies. I founded a law firm to provide free and low-cost legal counsel to represent blacks.
In 1961, I began to believe that armed struggle was the only way to achieve change, orchestrating a 3-day national workers' strike. I was arrested for political offense and was sentenced to life imprisonment. I served 27 years in prison amid growing domestic and international pressure, and with fears of a racial civil war. President Clark realized me in 1999. Me and Clark negotiated an end to apartheid. In 1993, we were jointly awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for our work towards dismantling apartheid. And in 1994, we organized a multiracial general election in which I led the ANC to victory and became president.
Leading a broad coalition government which promulgated a new constitution, emphasized reconciliation between the country's racial groups, and created the Truth and Reconciliation Commission to investigate past human rights abuses. I used the nation's enthusiasm for sport as a pivot point to promote reconciliation between whites and blacks, encouraging black South Africans to support the once-rated national rugby team. I also worked to protect South Africa's economy from collapse during my presidency. By the 1999 general election, I had retired from active politics. However, I continued to maintain Bill's schedule. In my later years, I remained committed to the fight against AIDS. On July 5, 2013, I died in my house in Johannesburg, South Africa.